Hey guys, welcome back to Daily Flash. I am Matt Doolittle with your weekly edition of Furry Friends. And we are in that holiday prep season, so it's time to make sure your furry little buddies are ready to go for the holiday season because it's important to take care of them while you take care of the gifts and that crazy uncle who gets drunk 5 minutes into walking into your house. All right, well, our first tip today is keep your pets away from the decorations. You know, we love those videos of cats destroying trees, but if you don't want them to end up like Aunt Edna's cat from Christmas Vacation, watch out for all those wires, decorations, or anything that can hang loose. That is super important, and you may not notice it, but they get a little wily out there, so be careful with those. Also, make sure to keep your pets away from any plants. Holly, mistletoe, lilies, poinsettia, and amaryllis are poisonous to pets. Pine needles can also be very toxic, so if you're having a natural tree at home, make sure you vacuum, and even if you have a plastic one, make sure you pick that up because they don't know the difference and they may try to eat it. Now, this is important. Watch them around the food because if you got a little, begging puppy, they're going to get some food from the uncle and everybody like that. So make sure you're careful with that. Chocolates, sweets, baked goods, they can all be horrible for your pets, and don't let your guests feed them table scraps. Make that point right off the bat when they come in. Do not give Fluffy any of that turkey. Now, you got to inform your guests also that if they're coming over that you have a pet. They may have allergies or weakened immune systems. Also, they may have a phobia of certain animals, so you don't want them to freak out when your St. Bernard runs up to them and licks their face. You also need to provide a getaway place. This is very important. There's a lot of lights, sounds, people coming in and out. They may need a back room, bedroom, bathroom, garage, or somewhere to go. So make sure they have food, water, a blanket they can be comfortable in, or they may just get exhausted from your nephew trying to pull their tails all night. Now, I talked about the cats, but make sure you anchor your trees. Cats and dogs are notorious for knocking over trees, and you don't want your guests or the animals to get hurt. And make sure you get them checked before you go on any of those long trips to grandma's house. Make a vet appointment. This is for any of those trips you're going on. You don't want to get an Aspen and make sure that Fluffy decides to now have a problem and your vet is nowhere near possible. And trust me, that can get expensive if you have to go to a new vet. So those are your tips on that one. Guys, what do you think?
Well, I think number one is that it's a part of your family, a pet is, so you got to make sure you're doing the things that they need to stay safe as well.
Absolutely, and especially when it comes to the prescriptions and the medications, if you're traveling anywhere with your pet, that's a really good point.
Now, here's a cat you may not think to get checked before the holidays. The folks of Chicago need to be careful because if you're running into any of these roaming the streets, it may not be that too nice to you. A wild caracal cat native to Africa and Asia was just hanging out like it's on a Midwest vacation. The exotic feline with those signature pointy ears was spotted roaming around, but it was finally captured under someone's deck about 30 miles northwest of the city. Now, caracals are a protected and endangered species, so seeing one here is like spotting a unicorn at your local coffee shop. Authorities aren't exactly sure where it came from, and something tells me it didn't have a microchip in it, so I don't think they're going to be able to get it back to its owner.
Yes.
That thing is terrifying.
It is, just looking at it. How crazy. And these things are just all muscle, too.
Yeah.
And they're predators, obviously, like big cats.
It looked like a panther with horns, just from looking at the picture.
That's what I thought it was, too.
Yeah.
Somebody first spotted it on a golf course, and they're like, I don't think that's supposed to be here.
Interesting stuff. All right, our pets are safe. Thank you there, Matt. As we move on to some other trending stories, if you thought scaling a regular ladder was kind of frightening, wait until you see this. Look at your TV. Check out this monster ladder in China. It reaches 5,000 feet. The death-defying marvel overlooks two different cliffs, and it actually looks like something that's out of an action movie, right? The staircase in the sky. It's surrounded by sheer drops on all sides. And get this, if you want to climb this, it's going to cost you $100 per person, and you must be at least 4 feet tall to climb the ladder. Not sure why they put that height restriction on it, but maybe because of the rungs on each ladder. I'm not sure I could do it. No, I know I can't do it.
There's no way. I'm having even trouble just looking at it.
Feels weird, yeah.
Yeah, and it's a ladder that looks like it wraps around the mountain and goes, like you said, 5,000 5,000 feet.
That's
so.
too much like exercise. Why would I want to do that? Right?
I'll just watch you do it.
Yeah,
You're
okay,
fine.
there you go.
A Canadian speed eater added another world record to his name by eating 2 pounds and 7 ounces of hot sauce in just 3 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
Mike Jack, who holds a number of Guinness titles for speed eating and drinking, broke the record for the most hot sauce eaten in 3 minutes. Jack used a spoon to eat 2 pounds and 7 ounces of sriracha hot
2
sauce.
pounds?
2 pounds. Jack says that a lot of people ask if he experienced butt burn after the challenge. Jack admits he's never experienced it and calls it a genetic mutation, kind of like his own superpower.
Oh, yeah, I would hope so. And I want to thank our producers here. Usually when they do these kind of challenges, or we talk about it, then we do it to see if we can do it. And no, I wouldn't even try to do that because I would have the butt burn. And that's how you do it right there. It's pretty much me eating cereal in the morning. That's what it looks like.
Is that you?
Yeah, that's me eating cereal. I can do that with cereal. All right, we got today's trends, tomorrow's talk. We got more Daily Flash coming. You want to have more fun?
Yes, and we've got a must-watch movie coming up we're going to share with you, so do not go anywhere. You miss a minute on this show, you miss a lot.